So welcome back guys to We Talk Boxing, and today I'm going to be talking about the fight that took place last night between Brad Pauls versus Denzel Bentley. Now this was a very good competitive fight between both fighters, and in the end it was Denzel Bentley who came out on top. He got the decision on points, a unanimous decision by all three judges in the end. Scorecards were 117 to 110, 116 to 111, and 115 to 112. Now, for me, it was a fight of two halves in a weird way. I'd say Denzel Bentley started the sharper of the two, came out from the blocks, established himself as the most dominant fighter in the ring, pumping out that jab, catching his man. But even though he was winning the rounds in the early part of the fight, Brad Pauls looked as if, you know what I mean, if he did catch Denzel Bentley, he could potentially cause him some trouble. Every time he let his hands go, he looked good, he looked sharp, and he was not troubling Denzel too much, but you could see that it was making it a bit awkward for Denzel, because Denzel was sometimes hesitant in terms of letting his hands go at a certain distance, because he was worried that Brad Pauls could catch him, and both guys are middleweights, so they do carry some sort of power. Um, but in the end, the latter part of the fight is where it was determined, and Brad Pauls did come back into it, and the fight was a little bit closer, around between rounds 5 and 9. But it was in round 10 where Brad Pauls needed to kind of win that, but he obviously went down. I think it was a jab to the eye, face eye, which obviously put him down, and that was a 10-8 round. From there, Denzel Bentley knew he already won the fight because he was already winning prior to that knockdown. So all he had to do is pretty much stay out of the way, but he didn't. You know what I mean? He brought the fight to Brad Pauls, and both guys were trading, and both guys caught each other with some brilliant shots, but no one went down again in the fight, and it was the scorecards that gave us the winner. So where does that put Denzel Bentley now? It puts him in a tremendous position, because he now has an opportunity to fight against the guy that beat him not long ago. To be precise, it was 2022 where Janabek, the WBO champion, beat him on a unanimous decision. And that was, from what Denzel said, he only had a few weeks notice. He didn't have much preparation for that fight, but with this fight, knowing that he's the mandatory fighter going in, he's going to prep, and is hopefully going to be ready for this second opportunity. But Janabek is probably the best of the middleweights at this present moment in time. Currently the WBO, as I mentioned, an IBF champion. He's ranked number 1 as well in the ring ratings as well, so he is ranked as the best middleweight out there currently. You've got other middleweights in that division who potentially could have a state and obviously put themselves on the map, such as Hamza Shiraz. You obviously got Chris Eubank Jr. He's not really fighting for any titles as of yet, but he is up there, Chris Eubank Jr. And yeah, so Denzel Bentley, the opportunity is up to you now to try and go out there and beat Janabek. And from after that performance from last night, I don't feel that he will beat Janabek, but what I do think he will do is go in there full of confidence and will leave everything in the ring. I just think that Janabek is just a little bit more, bit classier, a bit more slick, a bit more experienced for Denzel Bentley. But at the end of the day, it's a world title shot, and you have to take it as a fighter, because you don't know when your opportunity is gonna come round again. But Denzel, 3 times British champion. That is a phenomenal feat for any fighter, to become 3 times British champion. And I don't feel as if many people can beat that, many boxers. So hats off goes to him there. But it was a brilliant performance, and Brad Pauls will come back again. This was his second loss on his record, so he will be up there, and he's got opportunities where to go next. He could have the Nathan Heaney trilogy potentially, because all those fights were quite close. There's again Chris Eubank Jr. if you try and call him out. Even Hamza Shiraz, which I don't think that's a fight that could potentially happen because Shiraz has got obviously a title fight February 22nd against Adames. And then you know about Tyler Denny as well. Got a lot of time for Tyler Denny. Good worker, and I think that fight between the pair would be an excellent fight. Because again, both of their styles would match up, and they have fought each other beforehand, and it was a 10-round unanimous decision victory for Tyler Denny. But I think Brad Pauls is a different fighter now, so I think that fight would be a lot closer than what it actually was when they first fought each other. Because the first time round, Denny won it quite comprehensive, 98 to 93, and one judge and two judges 97 to 93. So he won it quite convincingly, but I think this time the fight will be a lot closer. So that will be a fight that I'd love to see between the pair. But you guys let me know your thoughts in the comments below. How did you see the fight between Brad Pauls and Denzel Bentley? Was it a brilliant fight for you? Do you think that Denzel Bentley has a chance to beat Janabek for the mandatory title? Because I did hear something today in one of the interviews that potentially Janabek might vacate that WBO belt, and if he does vacate that WBO belt, then Denzel Bentley will be fighting for that belt guaranteed because he is the mandatory challenger. But who would he face? Could he face maybe the number 3 ranked at the minute? That's Shane Mosley Jr. Or could someone of a bigger name, bigger ilk like Chris Eubank Jr. try and get an opportunity to fight for a world title? Because I no doubt guarantee that Chris Eubank Jr. wouldn't fight Denzel Bentley for any other reason. But as always, please subscribe and comment. Let me know your thoughts. Bless.